Okay, Ralph, what is the news today, okay? I want you to tell the audience what is the news today. I want to hear it.
Is that really necessary, Sam?
I thought it was just like, let's just get real close and personal. I don't know what I'm doing there, like some sort of fish or some shit.
Randy Pitchford, the man everyone loves to trust.
Yes.
Nobody tastes eggs and bacon when they're frying. That'd just be dumb, you'd probably burn your tongue and nobody lies.
This isn't working. For me.
Aliens, colonial marines.
Do not trust him with a USB though, okay?
That's right.
Steer clear of that.
Bad things can happen.
Yes, things can be left on there at medieval times.
At the peacock parties.
What's the problem, officer?
I'm Chris Hansen.
A while back, Randy Pitchford started tweeting that, hey, maybe the Epic Games Store isn't that bad, and started strongly hinting.
Strongly is a strong word.
That exclusive deals on the Epic Games Store aren't that bad. And this has all become very topical because now we've just learned that there is going to be a reveal of Borderlands 3 in the next 2 weeks, and speculation is swirling that Borderlands 3 will be the next exclusive to come to the Epic Games Store.
Is this going to be Metro 2.0? We hope so for the news cycle.
We really do. So, Epic Games Store right now are basically the godfather of the video game industry, right? They're just sort of going around and they're like, line.
Gotta make you enough, you can't refuse it.
That's right, exactly. That's the one. We rehearsed that.
You're good. You.
That's a nice donut.
Man, I'm in the wrong industry,
Yeah,
right? Screw you
definitely.
two. I should be the De Niro the second.
You're
okay?
in the right place there.
I think so.
Mom's basement.
Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
So the way the Epic Games Store has worked is that it's come out and it's got a very kind of crappy feature incomplete store, and they're like, the way that we're going to get people to use this crappy product is that we're going to basically force you to by partnering up with developers so that games are available exclusively on this platform. They've had a number of smaller titles at the start, like a game like Ashen, great game by the way, really recommend it. There was
Hades?
Genesis Alpha 1, Hades from Supergiant, a bunch of games.
Then there was Metro. Okay,
Correct.
that was the big one. That was the first one to really hit the store that made people turn their heads and go, well, I wanted to play this goddamn game. I have to go to Epic Games. And number two, the first, controversy where people already pre-ordered it on Steam and then they had to go to the Epic Games Store. It was a bit of a shit fight.
It was. They literally had to put stickers on the boxes.
Okay.
To
Hopefully
cover
we are
up.
showing you right now what that looked like.
Yeah,
if I can
hopefully,
find
if
it.
you can find it.
If I can find it now.
You sent me a photo on Facebook.
Oh, I got it on Facebook, of course, yes.
So that is a very aggressive strategy to pursue growth for their platform, and it's not about inducing people towards their platform. It's about forcing them to use it, and that's all. That pisses off people. People don't like that.
Sure.
That's completely ignoring all the issues that the Epic Games Store has about being feature incomplete, about having some privacy issues, currency conversion stuff. It had a really crappy refund policy at the start. All sorts of stuff that people don't like when it comes to the Epic Games Store. Now, what happened yesterday was that a game that has been in Kickstarter for about the last 2 years called Phoenix Point, from the creator of XCOM, they just announced that they are going to be going to the Epic Games Store as an exclusive, despite being promised as a Steam release in their entire development cycle.
I think that's one thing, it's one thing to be like, hey guys, we're making a game and there's no promises made as to where the platform is. But when you are saying, hey, it's going to be on Steam, then you've got all these people's money. Like,
Correct.
by the way, it's not going to be on the place that we promised. Of course, it's going to piss people off, but it is good that they are offering refunds.
Now, they are offering refunds.
That's right.
The developer put up a video on YouTube explaining it. The like ratio shows that obviously the community were very behind him on this. They have they fully support this move. This guy was really hopeful that his video could eclipse the like ratio of Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, it's hard, but I think he's getting there.
I think he'll get there eventually.
I mean, I think it's 2-3% right now, Diablo
Yep.
Immortal. Keep going, man. You can
buddy,
do it.
You can
You
get
can
there,
do
man.
it.
So that was another disappointing blow. Now, it's a small title, it's a small indie, but at the same time, it really goes to this overall issue of people being forced to use a platform that they don't want to use, especially after they've been promised that they could, use Steam, which is the platform they prefer.
And look, of course, there are other games that come out on Uplay or whatever, or, or Battle.net, that force people to use those, but they are those games. Like they are owned by those developers and publishers. It's a different thing entirely.
It is subtly different, but
it's a different thing.
Certainly different enough for a lot of people that they care a lot about it.
Definitely.
And you know, on top of all of this, and this is just straight up drama, but we bring it to you.
Man, this is what we're here for.
Drama from sometimes.
We're here for the memes and the drama.
The director of publishing for Epic Games, his name is Sergey Galyonkin or Galyonkin,
something like that.
Russian,
We've definitely got it wrong. Regardless,
we definitely have incorrectly.
Looking forward to the
comment
comment section.
Right?
Saying, hey, you guys don't know how to say anything.
He recently liked a tweet, and we'll come back to that in a sec. But this is the tweet that he recently liked. Okay. Gamers are unpleasant and aggressive assholes with hysteric requirements who should fuck off.
Oh wow.
Now, okay. First of all, just because you like a tweet doesn't mean that you agree with everything that it says. I mean,
I wouldn't, you don't go and like certain tweets that
that's true.
Are just really bad, like, and especially when he's a representative of like, a huge gaming company, it's not the kind of tweets I think he should be liking.
I
personally.
agree. I mean, hopefully that was one of those like accidental tweets where someone sent it to him and then he put it in his pocket and it liked it or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe it wasn't that. Either way, it's at like the top of the PC game subreddit right now with like 9,000 upvotes, and
that's a good
PC game subreddit is like,
yeah, that's a good way. Next time I like a PewDiePie tweet, if everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're racist," I'm like, "It was a pocket one, man. I didn't mean to do that."
Jeez, oh my god, what the fuck?
There's a general antagonism between the PC games community and the Epic Games Store because of their practices, because of their approach to exclusives, because of how feature incomplete their stories, etc., etc. Transition now, smash cut now, Sam.
Smash cut
to Randy Pitchford, who back in December, these are the tweets that he put out about the Epic Games Store. Back in December 2018, Randy Pitchford said, "I'm excited to support the Epic Games Store. I've been asked a lot about it today. To add more color, our friends at Epic are great people who care about the health of our industry and the value of creators big and small. Their leadership on this front is welcome and due." Someone replied, "Old mate Rob here." He just says, "I'm not." Rob, you're a fucking legend.
I love Twitter.
Randy, why? Old mate Rob, I'm worried that that's code for an exclusivity deal for some future content titles. Randy, what's wrong with that? A PC is a PC. Who cares what store you get your games from? I'm just curious to learn about the mindset. I'm a customer on lots of different PC platforms. And then someone else replied, Alexander, Batman, by the way. He's actually Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah,
nice.
Batman's in it. It's very good. Just, I fully support you guys.
Oh, God.
No, I won't do the whole thing.
Terrible. Ouch.
Okay, let's just keep moving. I fully support you guys if you want to have it on the Epic Games launcher, but exclusivity deal is too much. Maybe there could be a discount on the Epic Games launcher. I too have many games on many launchers, but I just worry about the public's opinion here. Randy Pitchford said, "Why would that be too much? Genuinely curious." That's kind of the end of his responses.
And if you look at the like ratio on Randy's tweets compared to the people asking these questions, it shows that people are like, Randy, we don't fucking want this,
Yeah.
Like the guy that was like, hey, I'm scared about exclusive titles. He had like 81 likes, as you can see. Randy had like 2 likes at best.
True. It's all about likes, people.
It's all about the likes.
We live in a
okay?
like-based economy these days.
Make sure you give us a dislike, okay?
That's right.
No, we want a like. Oh, now they're going to give us dislikes.
Now you've confused the audience. They don't know what to do. So, obviously, this doesn't mean that, this game is coming to the Epic Games Store as an exclusive. However, I would say that if I was Tim Sweeney, the owner of the Epic Games Store and Epic, I would absolutely be throwing piles of money at Borderlands and Gearbox to get this game for the simple reason that they need a live service on their game. Right now, what's happening is they're gobbling up all these smaller titles that people play it and they finish it and they don't come back.
Yeah.
What they really, really want is a game where people need to open up the browser every day, like Fortnite, for example.
I was going to say, maybe something like Fortnite, a Battle Royale, if only they had that.
But the Fortnite is not tapping into the core gaming audience. Sure. Like, Fortnite is like kids and all that sort of shit. They want people that want to buy, Metro Exodus, and they also want to buy fucking Halo Master Chief, and they also want to buy, all the new hotness that comes out. They want to tap into that adult gaming market. And if they can get a game like Borderlands, which is a core gaming franchise, and they can get it on their platform exclusively, so everyone needs to log on to that shit every day and see what's on sale on the Epic Games Store, that'd be huge for them.
Yeah, I think it would fill out the pie more on Epic, because you're right. I think there's a lot of single-player games, and yes, we've got, the Battle Royale, but you're right, there's nothing that makes people come back on a daily basis, apart from Fortnite for kids and stuff, that will also cater to more adult audiences.
Definitely.
With other games that they can purchase by going back to that. But like with those tweets, I mean, I just feel like when I see those tweets, I mean, sure, this is speculation, but that's pretty strong indication to me that he's really testing the waters of the community. I think if he got a really positive feedback on that, we might have seen him go on more and be like, hey, we're really thinking about putting this on the Epic Games Store, you know? It just looks like it was going down that route, but he was getting a lot of backlash on that. And that's why we didn't see more on that thread.
I think as well, there was also, you know, Gearbox did an exclusive deal with G2A a number of years back for Bulletstorm. And that G2A, by the way, is a fucking scam organization. They are an absolute disgrace. And Total Biscuit,
that's right,
rest in peace, did some really great work to sort of explain to Gearbox why it's such a bad idea. And eventually Gearbox pulled that exclusive partnership and didn't work with G2A anymore because they were like, these guys are scammers. So God bless you, Total Biscuit. And like, you know, fuck you, Gearbox, for ever getting into bed with these, like, this den of thieves.
It's good. It's good that they pulled out once they understood that it was a scam, though. You know, they could have seen the expose and be like, well, fuck it, we're just gonna say.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, true.
YOLO.
But the point is that they've done exclusive deals in the past. Now, just to be super clear, this would go really badly for Gearbox if they were to go down this path. Maybe they'll make bank from Epic Games, but they're still going to piss off a lot of people. I did a poll on Twitter just to like ask.
Oh, he did his own rating.
I did my own. That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
He's checking the temperature. Everybody.
Exactly. And very scientific poll, obviously.
Yes.
And I basically said, PC players, would you buy Borderlands 3 if it was an Epic Games exclusive? Yes, 29%. No, 41%, and 30% said console master race.
Of course, console master race.
So those are some pretty big. 41% of people, and that was 8,000 votes, by the way, at the time of recording. That's a lot of people. 40% of people saying they won't buy this game if it's on Epic Games Store. That's a huge chunk. Right
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to really know. I mean, it is very unscientific. Let's face it. A lot of people just like to press no just for the fun of it. But in reality, if the game did come out on Epic Games, would people buy it? They probably would. You know, they probably still would.
I don't know, man. A lot of people are literally sitting out Metro Exodus. A lot of people in my review, because I did a review of the game, they're like, love this game, looks fantastic, not gonna buy it for a year. And they're like, man, I can't wait until this comes out.
Yeah,
I
think Metro is a really good yardstick in this situation because it was a major AAA title. There's a lot of people excited for it. And there was a huge backlash, you know, and sure, it did recover in a lot of ways because it reviewed really well, but there was a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Now, if it does go down this route, I think that we will see a similar backlash because, you know, people...
Way bigger, I think.
Sure, maybe even bigger because now also I think the gaming community has the confidence knowing that everyone's on the same page. Everyone else doesn't like this whole exclusive thing with Epic. So, yeah, I mean...
And let's not forget how good Steam has been to Borderlands. Like, Borderlands is like... has made so much money from Steam. It's always in their top-selling games. Like, it's always on sale. It's just, they've done so well out of that platform. And for them to, like, walk away from it, I don't know.
First, I mean, like, Steam did well, too, you know? It's not like...
Don't get me wrong, sure, but it just seems
it's not like Steam's like, we did you a favor, we just made shit tons of money off you.
But it's also just, it just seems like bad business sense in the long term to walk away from that
I think
platform.
it's confusing the audience in that regard because, you know, the first two titles are already there, they've got their friends on there, all this kind of stuff, and then you're moving that whole ecosystem away from people that are just comfortable there already, you know?
Either way, we don't know what's going to happen yet. The announcement's a few weeks away. We're just wondering right now whether or not this will be the case. If it's going to happen, it's already happened. You know, like,
definitely.
The deal's already
apart
signed.
From Metro, like the sticker was pulled off.
True.
It could be a couple of weeks before they actually go, we might put this on the Epic Games Store.
Correct. It's definitely a possibility. If we can get Halo on Steam, then we can get Borderlands 3 on Steam.
So excited
for the love of God. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen.
See you, fans.